Hello class 6, welcome to Ideal Classroom. This video has been specially made to cover exercise 3.2 of our NCERT book. So let's begin. Before beginning the exercise, here are some points to remember. Question number 1. What is the sum of any two A part odd numbers, B part even numbers? So here first part is odd numbers. And what is odd number? We already know that the number which is not divisible by 2. For example, 3, 5, 7, 9. These all are odd number. We have already studied in lower classes. So if I take any two odd number and if I add, I get even number. If I add two odd number, again I get even number. It means the sum of any two odd numbers is always even number. So the sum of any two odd number will be even number. Now second part, what about even number? Again, if I add any two even number, 6 plus 4, both are even number, 10. The result is even number. Next, 8 plus 6, 14. These both are even number and result is again even number. It means the sum of any two even number is always even number. So, the sum of any two even number will be even number. Answer. Question number 2. State whether the following statements are true or false. The A part is the sum of three odd numbers is even. It means when we add any three odd numbers, what is the result? So here, if I take 3, 5, 7, after getting add 5, 3, 8, 8 or 7, 15. Next one, 3, 7, 9, 10, 19. It means when we add all these three odd numbers, the result is odd. But in statement, the question is the sum of three odd numbers is even, but our result is odd. It means the statement is false. B part. The sum of two odd numbers and one even number is even. It means if I take any two odd number and one even number, the result is 5 and 3, 8, 8 and 2, 10. One more example. Two odd number, it means 7 and 9, and any even number, what is the result? 20. It means when we add any two odd number and one even number, the result is even number. It means statement is correct. So, true. C part. The product of three odd numbers is odd. If I multiply three odd numbers, the result is odd according to this statement. So, here we are going to verify. If I take any three odd numbers, I get again odd number. If I select the same odd number 3 times, because 3 is odd number, odd number, odd number, odd number, this is 27. It means if I multiply 3 odd numbers, the result is again odd number. So a statement is true. D. And D is, if an even number is divided by 2, the quotient is always odd. Here we have to take even number and divide by 2. We have to see the result. So here 4 is an even number and we have to divide by 2. The result is, this is quotient, is our even number. One more example, 6 divided by 2. 6 is even number. Now quotient is odd number. One more example, 8, 2, 4, even number. So here we can see that if we divide any even number by 2, so we can get odd number also or even number also. So the statement is false. E part, all prime numbers are odd. So here, what is prime number? Prime number which has only 2 factors, 1 and number itself. For example, 3 is prime number. It has only 2 factors, 1 and 3. 19, 1 and 19. 17, 1 and 17. So these 3, 19, 17 are prime number, and you can see that 3, 19, 17 are odd number also. But what about 2? 2 has only 2 factors, the 1 and 2. So and 2 is even number. So the statement is false, because all prime numbers are not only odd, because 2 is also even number. So here statement is false. F. Prime numbers do not have any factor, but already we have discussed that there are 2 factors of any prime number, the 1 and number itself. It means statement is false. Next part, G. Sum of 2 prime numbers is always even. So we have prime number, prime number, prime number, prime number. If we add any 2 prime number, the result is odd. 5 and 7 are prime number, result is even. If I add another one, any other 3 and 5, this is our prime number. If I add, I get even. But the statement is false, because when we add 3 and 5 we have 8, 3 and 2 we have 5, 5 and 7, 12. So this is not all the time correct. So statement is false. Next one is H. 2 is only even prime number. Here we have observed that 3, 7, 5, 11, 13, all prime numbers are odd number. But here we have smallest 2. 2 has only 2 factors, which is prime number. So, but this is even number. So this is true. I part. All even numbers are composite number. What is composite number? Composite number, the number which has more than 2 factors. So for example, 8. 1, 2, 4, 8. It means factors of 8, 1, 2, 4, 8. This is more than 2. It means this is composite number. Another example, 10. 1, 2, 5, 10. It has also more than 2. So more than 2 factors. It means this is also composite number. Now what about 2? Okay. So this is even number. This is even number. 2 is also even number, but it has only 2 factors. So this is not true. False. J part. The product of 2 even numbers is always even. So here even number 4, 2, both are even number. Product of 2 even numbers, even number. 5, 4, 6, 4, both are even number. Answer is also even number. It means the product of any 2 even number is always even number. The statement is true. Question number 3. The numbers 13 and 31 are prime numbers. Both numbers have same digits, 1 and 3. Find such pairs of prime numbers up to 100. So here in question 13 and 31, one pair is given and both are prime number. So we have to find out so many pairs or such pairs that they both have prime number. So if I take, for example, if I take 12 and if reverse the digit, I get 21. It means 12 and 21. But this is composite number, again this is composite number, so I don't need this pair. Now 14 and 41. This one is composite number and this is prime number. Again I don't need, because I need the both pairs should be prime number. In this way we will find out 15 and again 51. Both are composite number. So this is very long procedure and time consuming. So we need to memorize that there are only two pairs up to 100 which is prime number. This is 37 and 73, 79 and 97. So these are only two pairs up to 100 which are prime numbers. Question number 4. Write down separately the prime and composite numbers. So here numbers are up to 20. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. We are not taking 20 because in question the number should be less than 20. So 20 is excluded. So now come to prime numbers. What is prime number? The numbers which have only two factors. So 2 factors, 2 factor, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2 and 2. It means these numbers have only 2 factors. 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13, 17, 19. Now come to composite number. 1 is neither composite nor prime. So this is excluded. Come to 4, 6, 8, 9, 10, 12, 14, 15, 16 and 18. Answer. Question number 5. What is the greatest prime number between 1 and 10? So 1 and 10 both are excluded because in question they are asked that what is the greatest prime number between 1 and 10. So we are starting from 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. These are numbers. And what are prime numbers? 2, 3, 5, 7. These encircled are prime number. And which is greatest prime number? This 7. It means answer is 7. Question number 6. Express the following as the sum of two odd numbers. So for example, here if I take 8. Suppose 8 is a number. Now I have to distribute or break or divide this number in such a way that if I add these two numbers, the answer should be again 8. But condition is this number should be an odd number. Both should be odd number. So here 3 and 5. 3 and 5 are both odd number. But when I sum these two numbers, I get 8. Now coming to the first part. The first part is 44. Here I will break 44 in two ways. 3 plus 41. This is after adding I get 44 and both numbers are odd number. B part 36. Now coming to again this part 5 plus 31. We have to break in this way that these both numbers are odd number and the result is again the question. C part 24 and this is 7 plus 17. Again same. Last part is D and D is 18. Now I am going to break in two parts 7 plus 11. After adding these two numbers I get again 18 and these two numbers are odd numbers. Question number 9. Write 7 consecutive composite numbers less than 100 so that there is no prime numbers between them. So here consecutive means continuously, लगातार. There should no gap between the numbers and it should be less than 100 and number should be composite only. There should no prime numbers between all these set. So if I am taking example 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So if I am taking these 7 numbers and we have to find out which is prime number, which is composite number. So here this is composite, prime, composite and composite. But in our question we have to write down 7 consecutive composite number only. So there are prime number also and composite number also. So only we have 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96. These numbers up to 100 which are composite number. Question number 10. Express each of the following numbers as the sum of 3 odd primes. So condition is when we add the number or we break the number should be prime number and odd number also. So A part is 21. So here I am breaking 21 in 3 parts because we have to break 21 in 3 parts in the question, and the number should be prime number and odd number also. So if I am taking 3, 7, 11. If I add 3, 7 and 11, I get 21, and we are fulfilling condition that this is odd number and prime number. Both two are also. So odd number, prime number, odd number, prime number. So we are doing this part in this way. So 3, 7, 11. Answer. B part 31. Again we have to follow the same procedure. So 3 plus 11 plus 17. Now C part 53. 13, 17 and 23. D part, question is 61 and we are breaking in 13 plus 19 plus 29. So here we have to remember that these numbers should be prime number and odd number, and after adding these numbers we have to get the number back. Question number 11. Write 5 pairs of prime numbers less than 20. So here we have to write down the pair which should be less than 20 and pair should be in prime number, and it is divisible by 5. So here we are going to take some pairs. So here 2 plus 3, 5. When we divide this pair we get 1. It means this pair is divisible by 5. Next one is 2 plus 13. 2 plus 13 is 15. And if I divide by 5, because it is given in question, it is completely divided by 5. Now next one is 7 plus 3. This is 10. Divide by 5, we get 2. Next one is 3 plus 17 and 20. Divide by 5, we get 4. And 7 plus 13. Now we have 20. And this is divisible by 5. Now 4. So here these are the pairs. After adding these, we get the number, and the number should be less than 20, and it should be also divisible by 5, and these numbers should be prime number. Now our pair are 2, 3, 2, 13, 7, 3, 3, 17, and last one is 7, 13. Answer. And these all numbers are divisible by 5 after adding. Question number 12. Fill in the blanks. A part is a number which has only 2 factors is called a dash. So here we already know that prime numbers have only 2 factors. So answer is prime number. We have already taken so many examples of prime numbers. prime number 3, 1 and 3 only. The number factors are the number 1 and the number itself. So these are prime number. B part. A number which has more than 2 factors is called a dash. So more than 2 factors, you know all, more than 2 factors are composite number. Now C part. 1, neither dash nor dash. Yes, of course, all numbers are prime or composite number, but the one is left which has only one factor. There is no factor. There is one has less than 2 factor, that is 1 only. So 1 is neither prime nor composite. So first one is prime number, second one composite number, because it has less than 2 factors. D part. The smallest prime numbers. Which is smallest prime number? If I am writing here counting 1, 2, 3, 4, so this is neither prime nor composite, and this is prime number. This is prime number. This one is composite number. So this is not including. Now this is only smallest number. So 2. E part. The smallest composite number is, we have already done 4. This is smallest composite number. F. The smallest even number is, already done, odd and even number. 2 is even number, 4 is even number, and next one is 6 even number, but this is smallest even number. Smallest even number. So 2 is smallest number. I hope you liked the video. Thank you for watching.